forgetfulness of the original source, and death is again a remembrance. Life is going away from the original source, death is coming back home. Death is not ugly, death is beautiful. But death is beautiful only for those who have lived their life unhindered, uninhibited, unsuppressed. Death is beautiful only for those who have lived their life beautifully, who have not been afraid to live, who have been courageous to live, who loved, who danced, who celebrated. Death becomes the ultimate celebration if your life is a celebration. Let me tell you in this way, whatsoever your life is, death reveals only that. If you have been miserable in life, death reveals misery. Death is a great revealer. If you've been happy in your life, death reveals happiness. If you have lived only a life of physical comfort and physical pleasure, then of course, death is going to be very uncomfortable and unpleasant, because the body has to be left. Body is just a temporary abode, a sarai, in which we stay for the overnight, and in the morning we have to leave. It is not your permanent abode. It is not your home. So if you have lived just a bodily life and you have never known anything beyond the body, that is going to be very, very ugly, unpleasant, painful. That is going to be an anguish. But if you have lived a little higher than the body, if you have loved music and poetry, and you have loved, and you have looked at the flowers and the stars, and something of the non-physical has entered into your consciousness, that will not be so bad. That will not be so painful. You can take it with equanimity. But still it cannot be a celebration. If you have lived something into the transcendental in yourself, if you have entered your own nothingness at the center of your being, where you are no more a body and no more a mind, where physical pleasures are completely left far away, and mental pleasures also, the pleasures of music and poetry and literature and painting, everything is left far away. You are simply just pure awareness, consciousness. Then death is going to be a great celebration, a great understanding, a great revelation. If you have known anything the transcendental in you, death will reveal you the transcendent in the universe. Then death is more a death but a meeting with God, a date with God. So you can find three expressions about death in the history of human mind. One expression is of the ordinary man who lives attached to his body, who has never known anything than the pleasure of food or sex, whose whole life has been nothing but food and sex, who has enjoyed sex, whose life has been very primitive, whose life has been very gross, who has lived it, and who has then the moment of defied death, all the societies that are willis, they is very ugly, ugly buffalo, which people missed, able to touch, to fly to the height. And there is this suffer sometimes that death is nothing. Have known something. Students, sex life has not been reproducing. They are little more. Death is one goes into, but they too are. Those not only a rest, door opens. His disciples fully radiant, and his around him. As he tells us it, he opened his heart, Isabel, goodbye. Became full of light, disappears. When a person has God, remember, liberation for this burst into tears. My religion is not you how to live. If you know how to live, let me tell you a few things. First, your life is your life. It is nobody else. So don't allow to be dominated by others. Don't allow yourself to be dictated by others. It is a betrayal of life. If you allow yourself to be dictated by others, maybe your parents, your society, your educational system, your politicians, your peace, whosoever they are, if you allow yourself to be dominated by others, you will miss your life. Because the domination comes from outside and life is within you. They never meet. I am not saying that you become a no-sayer to each and everything. That too is not of much help. There are two types of people. One, very obedient type, ready to surrender to any and everybody. They don't have any independent soul in them. Immature, childish, always searching for a father figure, somebody to say to them what to do and what not to do. Not able to trust their own being. These people are the greater part of the world, the masses. Then there are against these people a small minority who reject society, who reject the values of the society. And they think they are rebellious. They are not. They are only reactionaries. Because whether you listen to the society or you reject to the society, if society remains in either way the determining factor, then you are dominated by the society. Let me tell you one anecdote. Once Mullah Nasruddin had been away for a while and arrived back in town wearing a long beard. His friends naturally kidded him about the beard and asked him how he happened to acquire the fur piece. The mullah with the beard began to complain and curse the thing in no uncertain terms. His friends were amazed at the way he talked and asked him why he continued to wear the beard if he did not like it. I hate the blasted thing, the mullah told them. If you hate it, then why don't you shave it off and get rid of it? One of his friends asked. A devilish gleam shone in the eyes of the mullah as he answered, because my wife hates it too. But that does not make you free. The hippies, the ippies and others, they are not really rebellious people. they are reactionaries. They have reacted against the society. Few are obedient, they are disobedient. But the center of domination is the same. Few obey, few disobey. But nobody looks at his own soul. A real rebellious person is one who is neither for society nor against society, who simply lives his life according to his own understanding. Whether it goes against society or it goes with society is not a consideration.